Hi, my name is Leo Kuzno, and I brought in over $28 million at 22 years old Shopify dropshipping. And if there's one thing that I can tell you that will make you life-changing amounts of money, is that you should put more time and effort onto finding and picking your product. And this can relate to so many things: a product, a service, how it's offered, how it's structured, the audience of it. So throughout this video, I'm going to be dropping golden nuggets all the way through to ensure your guys' success and set up everything as I would my own. So coming from my current experience doing $1 million or $2 million a month, I'm going to break it all the way down from the beginning. This Q4, I want everybody and all my students to be pushing the biggest and craziest numbers out there. We're going to take you to your first 10K month, and we're actually going to talk in a sense that we're only going to be making 10K a month. And I'm going to deep dive into it so hard and so intricate that I truly believe you can even take this to $1 million a month. And since you guys are so interested in changing your life, let me tell you a little life hack. My Discord down below is absolutely free, and you can talk to like-minded individuals about current time problems. As you can see, so many people here are winning, and they actually involve themselves with an echo chamber of e-commerce. So let's get into the number one way to find your first winning product and offer, and I want you to think about this deeply and very hard. Everything I say in this video will hold some sort of value that, if not done correctly, can literally ruin the whole ship. So first, we are going to go into step one. So I've coined in on 3 easy steps to make sure and ensure my team and I can do this every time for whatever products they're finding for me and for products for me to run. That way I don't have to play the guessing game anymore of will it work or will it not. So step 1 is going to be product research, and I want you to listen carefully and closely because everything I say holds some type of weight in this video. People completely overcomplicate finding a winning product, and one thing that you can always do is scroll on TikTok or Facebook and just look at what's working. Numbers don't lie. If you see someone getting hundreds of thousands of views and they're spending lots of money to something, they're getting lots of organic comments, things like that, it doesn't take a genius to pick up on, okay, this is working, obviously people like it, so it must be doing well. And to back it all up, people generally won't be spending thousands of dollars a day on ads that aren't printing revenue. So if you're trying to print those profits, check out what other people are doing and just latch onto it. This was actually how I found my first winner. I was scrolling on Facebook and I just saw something that was like, wow, this is getting, I see it all the time. So boom, that was one sign for me. It had tons of engagement, 2, and 3, the offer was so good that it even made me start to think, maybe I need one of these. But just that right there, scrolling, made me believe, all right, I think I should test this. Now, this was 5 years ago, and I didn't have my structure that I have now that I can hit winners every time. But just that one part of it, just hitting that one thought, already found me my first winner. So yes, just find what's already working. I cannot stress this enough. If your competitor is selling one for $29.99, then go ahead and sell buy one, get one 50% off. Everybody and their moms is gonna wanna click on your ad. Facebook or TikTok will quickly notice this, and within hours, they see ad is getting a higher CTR, click-through rate, and favor yours in the auction. Even if your opponent is spending more money on ads, TikTok will still then favor you in the auction. And in a future video, I'll also be revealing my favorite tool that I use to find winners on the daily, so make sure you guys subscribe for that free value. So 2, being one of the biggest things in dropshipping and the easiest to understand, is what problem does it solve? There's endless problems in this world. If your dropshipping product doesn't solve a problem and it's just useless, then there's no bounds, and you gotta really reverse engineer it. What problems are going to be arising in people's lives every day? Is it a one-time problem or is it a reoccurring problem? Identify your audience and work through it backward. I think it's genuinely the easiest to sell things that everybody can buy. For example, what works really well is like anything that you would put together on your iPhone. So like, let's say a pair of headphones that connect Bluetooth to your iPhone, a pair of, a charging dock or something like that that would just work. Everybody has iPhones. Everybody needs to charge their phone. So what can you say? Oh, well, this is faster, or this has this advantage than the typical Apple variant, something like that. Now, I'm not saying go and sell fake Apple this, Apple that. Obviously, you need to understand and show what your product really is. There is also one thing that nobody really talks about other than solving a problem, is the wow factor. So the wow factor is something that's been coming out crazy lately, and so many big brands are actually built off of this. If you're just trying to drop ship and make a few bucks, going for that problem solving is probably the best, but the wow factor is crazy. A good example of a brand that did this perfectly is Wear Felicity. It literally has, a customizable picture that can be created out of a necklace or bracelet, and then you can have it, and for you and your loved one. It made a great gift, and it ran up crazy M's. I can tell you from a first-hand experience on that store did amazing. And one thing I do want to clarify about problem solving is that you can hit those crazy, like I typically go for the blue ocean, but you can hit those crazy 13 to 35 and period cramps and stuff like that. This is a problem solving thing for a woman. So you can sell this type of tool, step number 3. So once you find your winning product and you're doing that nice little 10K, 20K month and you're humming along, you need to take this extra step that's going to set you apart. What you need to do is to create a barrier between you and your competitors. And how can you do this? All you have to do is reiterate the offer and improve on the offer. In reality, there is no such thing as saturation. As you can see, there's hundreds of brands selling things like energy drinks at scale. And one way you can do this really easily is by creating a community that a lot of other brands have that create a moat between you and your other brands, I'd like to say. Things like this can be bought, they can be done organically. I personally, when I was running up Facebook brands back in the day, I would always buy, pages and buy engagement on those pages and things like that in order to create a moat. What I would do is I'd buy it, and then organically people would say, hey, there's some action here, let me be a part of it. So I'd kickstart it a little bit, and then boom, it would grow naturally within all my Facebook pages that I ran. And TikTok is really easy to do this too with Spark ads, promoting Spark ads, things like that. But there is not one size to do this. In fact, there's infinite ways to do this. One simple but great example is the water brand Liquid Death. All they did was repackage water that looks cool into a can and built a loyal consumer following that now does hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Creating a blue ocean requires creative thinking, but this is critical for you guys. You really need to apply yourself, because when you have these products, I don't want you to just hit 100K a month and you quit your job and it just all comes crumbling down. You need to be doing this because this is what's going to allow you and give you the key stepping stone to go quickly and scale into those $1 million months. We don't just want to cap out our life at 100K months. We're better than that. Even though when things are going amazing and you just say, I can leave ads keep running, I'll keep making money, you need to be thinking, and every product and every audience has different ways you can do this, of how you can create your own blue ocean, how you can separate and create barriers from you and other competitors. Because if not, just like you came in the game and took out somebody else's audience, will happen to you. And with the least amount of effort and simplest little things you can do to start creating and building that moat. Please do not take this last step lightly, because what's gonna happen is you most likely will have 100K month or so, and boom, it's gone. That happened to me a long time ago. I recovered from it. I really focused on this. I built up my pages, as building up a little audience and things like that, or doing things to appear bigger than you actually are huge. Because when you do that to the public eye, it pretty much plays it into existence. Systemizing these 3 steps into your business should make this as easy as possible for anyone, whether it's you or you're training your team to find winning product, to come out on top with them. When you're testing, put all of these steps to use and really think about it. With this, you should easily be able to go from 10K a month to 100K a month, and then build that blue ocean to take yourself up to $1 million a month. If you guys are interested and need help with any other advertising strategies, I do have a new ad strategy and I have many on my channel. If you guys are interested with working with me one-on-one, my team and I, we can help set everything up for you and really teach you and coach you along with this process to give you that full understanding. It's a very handheld experience, and we give you a full understanding of how you can do it, real life examples, and even implement it for you so you can see it work firsthand. So if you'd like to see if we're fit to work together, you can go ahead and DM me at Leo Kuzno on Instagram, and let's get to work. If you guys have any questions dropshipping related, make sure to comment them down below. I'll be doing my best to get back to everybody. Other than that, guys, that's been it from me. I hope you really enjoyed the video. There's tons of value through it. Check out the other videos on my channel. They're great for anyone learning whether they're beginning, intermediate, or very advanced drop shipping. I've done it all, been there, done that. I pretty much tell you guys everything I do, fully transparent. Other than that, that's been it for me. Peace out, soldier out.